right, it's time to talk entertainment with John Katsilometes from the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Welcome.
Hello.
How's the Podcats going?
Podcats runs my life. Yeah? Everybody's on podcasts. Yeah, I love podcasts.
I haven't been on the Podcats yet.
We'll do one after the show.
Okay. All right, we got a lot of things to talk about. A bunch of different acts are coming back to the Strip, and the first one, Bruno Mars, people are really excited about. This was trending immediately when he announced he's adding 11 new shows at the Park Theater.
The only surprise on this one was the kind of the when it was. He was under a 2-year deal when he re-signed, when he signed originally with the Park Theater, and he has 11 dates coming up that begin on late April, and these are not including the dates that Britney Spears. They still need to fill the dates by Britney Spears, 31 dates there. But yeah, he's back from April through September 11 times, and I have always said he is. There's no better live performer than Bruno Mars. He's certainly put on a terrific show on New Year's Eve and New Year's Eve at T-Mobile Arena. He sells well, and he loves it here, and another great pickup for Park Theater. It seems like we mention him every week. I'm in here.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because it kind of seems like people weren't sure if he was going to be back for a slew of shows, and then it seemed like such a big happy surprise.
I would look at 2020 for him. That's going to be the key date. He was locked into, he was contractually bound to perform this year at the Park Theater. It was just a matter of which dates they were going to use. Yeah, but he's back, and he's incredible.
Well, you know who I've seen twice? Pitbull, because everyone that comes into town is always like, I want to go see Pitbull. And so I've gone twice to the Zappos Theater show, and he's coming back. I didn't know, because we haven't heard from him as far as the Zappos Theater show was concerned for a little while now.
And good for Zappos to start filling their schedule up, because we had Christina Aguilera, we announced last week. This is 8 dates in May for Pitbull. Bald and Beautiful. Am I the only one who thinks like Blue Man Group should join this show? I think that would be incredible. But I interviewed him about a year and a half ago over at Fashion Show Mall, baby. That's my move, by the way. And he said he wants to do a lot more dates, and he can't do enough dates in Las Vegas. So he's done 5 straight years of residencies in Las Vegas, and he has his charter school here that he's very involved in the community, and
we like that.
He's surprisingly entertaining. I think people are impressed when they go in there. If they don't know anything about Pitbull, they walk in there, and it's a very entertaining show.
And then you're like, I know this song, this song, this song, this song. I mean, you really can't not help but move.
Yeah, and these hotels, it's like the background music of all the hotels. You know, when you're walking by clubs, that's Pitbull music, and a wonderful performer. Mr. Worldwide, he knows it. He wears it well, man. He's great.
He sure does. Okay, completely different. We're talking Steely Dan now, coming back to the Venetian, right? Now, is this returning to the Venetian, right? Because they were there before.
Yeah, they were there in the spring of 2017 at the Opaline Theater at the time. Now, this is the Venetian Theater. This is Donald Fagen is Steely Dan now with his backing band. Walter Becker died in late 2017 of esophageal cancer. And Steely Dan is very interesting because there was a time in their career where they didn't like to play live at all, really. They didn't like touring. They were really a studio band and filled with unbelievable musicians. Then they started playing live, and then they came to Las Vegas, and the first time I saw them was at the Pearl Amphitheater, or the Pearl at Palms, and it was like, oh wow, Steely Dan now is playing Las Vegas, and now they're really playing Las Vegas. Reelin' in the Chips is what it's called, and it's not a produced show. It's a musical show, and it's really, really cool. The Dan fans will love this.
Okay, good. And you think it'll do well and get enough
for 8 shows,
of a crowd? Perfect.
I do. They have a hardcore following.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see the variety of places,
too. When I got these releases, I thought Pitbull and Steely Dan were doing a co-headlining bill. I'm like, that is really a stretch because they both came at the same time.
Right.
No such luck.
All different places. Okay, let's talk Jimmy Kimmel. This is exciting for us here at ABC. We love Jimmy. He airs on Channel 13. His show does anyway. And, you know, Aunt Chippy's been on the show many times. She lives here in town. He's coming to Las Vegas. We'd hoped for this for a while. So why doesn't he shoot any shows in Las Vegas? And now he is.
Well, here he comes. The first week in April, as you said, he's done what Jimmy Kimmel was doing in Las Vegas. He's got Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club opening at the Link Promenade this spring, across from Brooklyn Bowl.
Right.
It's going to fall in that pocket right when this his show is being set here in Las Vegas when it's coming in. My feeling is that that's going to be an option for them, is to announce the club opening, to roll it out with Jimmy's live show, talk show. They haven't confirmed this, but I'm telling you, I think that's the strategy here. They haven't confirmed it. The Caesars people lead me to Jimmy's people who haven't responded yet, but it's in the exact timeline, and he has talked about doing segments of his talk show from the club, doing his monologue live from the club after taping in L.A. And he wants to link the two, and there's no link the two.
Well, why wouldn't
There's no better way. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. I interviewed Joan Rivers once, and I asked her what she was wearing, and she said Joan Rivers jewelry. Who wouldn't wear their own stuff to promote it? And so why wouldn't he shoot his show from the comedy club?
The strategy has to be there. Now, it could be that he's going to announce more about the club and do the talk show from somewhere else. You know, Caesars Entertainment has their studios, and they have other venues, obviously. But my bet is on the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club on this.
All right, we look forward to it. Thanks. You can read more about Katz's stories in his column. It's called Katz in the Review Journal, and we'll see you next week.
Podcasts.